United by grief and united by their cause. 3 decades since their loved ones were killed in a helicopter crash on Scottish soil, these families have taken their calls for a public inquiry directly to Downing Street and have also received political backing.
Many of my constituents were impacted by this, a lot of people on board. Zulu Delta 576 were from Northern Ireland. Obviously they were drawn from right across the UK, but I have constituents personally impacted, and even as a young person growing up in Northern Ireland, you certainly remember this crash, and this presents an absolutely golden opportunity for these families who have fought so hard for over 31 years for truth and justice.
The RAF Chinook crashed in dense fog on the Mull of Kintyre on the 2nd of June 1994. It was taking 25 passengers, including intelligence experts and army personnel, to Fort George near Inverness from Northern Ireland. All 25 passengers, plus the 4 crew on board at the time, died in the incident. It remains one of the RAF's worst ever peacetime disasters. Calls for a public inquiry into the circumstances of the crash have so far been rejected. In a letter to the families in August, the Prime Minister Keir Starmer said it would not bring any greater certainty. Lawyers acting on their behalf have asked the High Court to review that decision. But in the meantime, they've handed over a 50,000 signature strong petition urging the government to think again.
We need a judge-led public inquiry because it carries more legal weight. All the inquiries up to now have been focused solely on the cause of the crash, not around the circumstances relating to the crash, and that is absolutely key in this case, and that's exactly why we're echoing the family's call and calling for that today.
The UK government says its thoughts remain with the families of all those who died, and that it understands the lack of certainty about the cause of the crash has added to their distress. It says it's received the claim for a judicial review, and its focus is currently on responding to that claim. But whether it's at the Prime Minister's door or at the highest court in the land, these families say their fight for answers will go on. Fraser Nicholl, STV News.